What's up guys, Kicks here and welcome back to another episode of this Crystal Palace FIFA 16 career mode. Last time out you saw us book our place in the FA Cup semi-final, meaning that we're heading back to the iconic Wembley Stadium again, hoping to get through to another cup final and give ourselves a chance of picking up some more silverware. In the league though, form is still stuttering. We're running out of time, just 8 Premier League games remaining. And we've got some very tough games indeed, starting here with a trip to Anfield to take on Liverpool. You can see our lineup is a strong one. Berahino starting up top. You've got Fellaini, Cabaye starting in the middle, using all the experience that we've got. Coquelin obviously in that holding role, and Video out wide on the right hand side as well. But we know this is going to be tough, and we know it's a massive game. We cannot afford to slip up at this stage, but we didn't get off to the best of starts. You can see Daniel Sturridge beats his man here, puts the ball across goal on a plate for Markovic, who is waiting unmarked at the back stick, uncontested, and he fires Liverpool in front inside 6 minutes. So could not have got off to a worse start. The defending was poor. You can see Sturridge far too easy, but never mind that. Where was the left back, Grimaldo? He just lost his man, and Markovic made us pay. So as if the uphill battle wasn't enough, we're 1-0 down inside the opening 6 minutes. But Video, you saw there with a rather speculative effort straight from kickoff, which forced Mignolet to backpedal, and he only just managed to keep the ball out. But bad news followed that as Grimaldo went down from that challenge and could not continue. So Pap Soiré is going to come on. We're forced into a change inside the opening 20 minutes, which obviously will limit our tactical options later on in this game. But we're continuing to look forward, coming forward rather, looking for that equaliser. Coquelin feeding the ball into Cabaye. It's a fantastic stop once again from the Liverpool keeper to keep us out. But we're going to continue pressing. We're not going to give up that easily at all. Fellaini chips a really good ball over the top to Berahino, brings it down quite nicely, doesn't quite have the pace to get away from the defenders due to the situation and the first touch in this case, but he fired a decent effort over the crossbar. But Jordan Ibe came forward just before half time. A little bit of deja vu about this. He stands it up to the back stick where that man Markovic comes in, but this time take nothing away from the finish. Credit where credit's due. That is an absolutely stunning volley, unstoppable from Butland's point of view. He just catches that oh so sweetly and doubles Liverpool's lead before the break. So going to Anfield is a hard enough task in itself, but when you're 2-0 down halfway through the match, it becomes almost impossible. But we're going to give it a good go. Obviously being 2-0 down means we know exactly what we need to do in that second half. We can just go all out to attack. And you can see early on Balassi going on a decent run, getting an effort on goal, but it went wide of the mark. It did turn out that take a deflection off a defender, so we got a corner kick whipped in by Cabaye. The header from Balassi, a bit of confusion from Mignolet. He was caught in no man's land, but fortunately for him the header went wide. But Video here, you can see down the right, turns his man beautifully. Really good bit of skill. Getting into the area, continues to go past his man. Not a lot of support, no one really pulled off to make a run, didn't have any options, so he got the shot away. But Mignolet with another top save, and you can see some more strong defending there from Vestergaard, knocking Nathaniel Klein off the ball. But the referee ruled that to be a free kick in a dangerous position. Liverpool whipped the free kick towards goal, but luckily Soiré is in the right place at the right time to head the ball away from danger. But we're moving into the last 15 minutes or so here, still not back in the game. Bellerin gets into the box, the ball falls to Balassi, who hits the back of the net, but unfortunately for us on this occasion, had he waited a couple of seconds, we would have been back in the game. We still might be. He awarded the penalty. Captain Cabaye has been reliable this season from the spot, and he gets us back into this game. We're trying to pick up the ball quickly. He ends up colliding with Mignolet and falling into the back of the net, but it doesn't matter. We know exactly what to do now. We've halved the deficit. Can we go on to get at least a point out of this game? We're pushing all sorts of players forward, really looking to hit Liverpool for everything we've got now. Zaha coming on for Balassi, who hadn't been that effective, to be honest. He's had a couple of snapshots, but really not one of his better games. But Liverpool give the ball away here. Berahino and Sinkgraven work it between them, but you would expect them to be a lot more clinical at that moment. Once they've got possession, you really want to see them driving towards goal, getting a decent effort in. But that time they just dallied on the ball too long, allowed those Liverpool defenders time to get back and couldn't get a clear-cut chance. And that was how the game finished. Liverpool 2, Crystal Palace 1. It's another shocking defeat, and some more bad news followed the game as Grimaldo is going to miss the next 4 weeks due to that injury. But more bad news again, as far as Juan Angular is concerned anyway. He's not quite living up to his potential, and he is released from his youth contract. So another one bites the dust as far as that's concerned. But fixtures, I said we had some tough games left. Here's another. Following that defeat to Liverpool, we now welcome Arsenal, and I do not need to tell you how important this game is. There's the league table. If we lose, which we cannot afford to do, we can pretty much kiss goodbye to a possible 4th place finish. I know that would be exceeding expectations anyway, but kind of the way the season's panned out, that's what we want to achieve now. Your expectations have changed. We want to sneak into that top 4 if we can, but that is a star-studded Arsenal lineup. And look at that bench as well. Jack Wilshere, Giroud, Özil, all on the bench, all options for Arsenal to bring on should the game not be going their way. But we're making a much better start in this game, and Video picking up the ball on the right-hand side as we look to mount our first attack. He cuts inside, not a lot of options, decides to hit one, and that is perfect. A real contender for goal of the season. Beating Petr Cech with that sort of effort is hard enough. He's one of the taller goalkeepers in the league, but that was inch perfect. Looking at it from this angle, absolutely no chance for Cech. That ball nestled. You'll see it better from here behind Video. He's just struck it perfectly. It's got dip, no real bend on it, but that has gone right into the very top corner, and for me that is probably the best goal we've scored all season. He tried it again moments later actually, but Cech was wiser to it and managed to pluck the ball out the air. Arsenal, as you've noticed, probably haven't offered anything going forward here. They probably had the lion's share of possession, but they were happy just to keep the ball without really penetrating or trying to get in behind the defence, which was quite weird because you'd think they'd go into this match obviously looking to extend the gap between the two clubs, but it didn't really happen at all. And you can see we were very much on the front foot here. Cabaye looking to make it 2 just before half time. He finds Video, who beats his man with ease again, goes on a really mazy run into the area and just fires one across goal. Any touch on that and that would have been 2-0, but half time, so far so good. We know how important this game is. We know the job is only half done and we cannot afford to slip up in this second half. But almost immediately, Video, you saw him with that piece of magic, individual magic in the first half, almost produced another one here as he runs all the way through, straight from kickoff, forcing Petr Cech into another top save. But finally Arsenal did get an opening. They worked the ball, Santi Cazorla finding Aaron Ramsey, found Danny Welbeck, but he just dallied on the ball too long. Really needs to be looking to get a first time shot away there. Ain't gonna have that much time on the edge of our 6-yard box, and Butland managed to gather the ball, but not for the first time, as you've noticed. Video beating his man again with ease. We've got a great chance here. Jamie Vardy forcing Cech into a great save, but of all people, Coquelin is there to follow that up and knock the rebound in against his former club in what is a vital game. We've said it a number of times, but he doubles our advantage, and surely now we are on course for a win. And that free kick routine there pretty much summed up Arsenal's game, if you like. They tried to play it short and we actually beat the Arsenal player to the ball and managed to launch a counter-attack. Vardy managed to hold his run. He's onside here. The angle is against him. He's got no support, so he smashes one. It is on target, but Petr Cech manages to divert the ball behind. And even though we're 2-0 up, we decided not to sit back. We didn't want to invite pressure. Bellerin against his former club almost getting in on the act as well. And with the win pretty much secure at this stage, 15 minutes to go, we can afford to make some changes. You can see youngster Sergio Mendes coming into the game. We almost had the opportunity to make it 3. Zaha, all he's got to do is pull the ball back. He did, but he put it behind both of our players that were advancing. That was a real opportunity to put the game completely to bed. But Arsenal, as the seconds ticked down, they did get a really good opportunity. It's Alexis Sanchez beating his man, forcing Butland into a good save at his near post, but it was too little too late for them to apply pressure. We managed to pick up a vital 2-0 win. Looking at the league table, just 6 games to go now, and we are right in the mix. 1 point behind Arsenal, 2 behind Manchester United, who are now in 4th place. It's City who lead the pack, themselves and Chelsea now really running away with it. City have got a 2-point lead over Chelsea, who are in 2nd. Everton are 3rd, and they look favourites at the moment out of the rest of us to achieve Champions League football. We are still in 6th, but as I said, right into the mix. Liverpool are the team behind us, 3 points behind us, in fact, in 7th place. It's now Sunderland, QPR and West Ham that are still in those relegation places. Time is running out for every club, top and bottom end of the table, to achieve their ambitions. But that's going to bring this one to a close, guys. Of course, we are going to be back. Important games to come. Still got to play Chelsea, still got to play Man United, still got an FA Cup semi-final to play. So loads still to play for, lots of drama still left in this career mode series. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.